Episode 142. This is a weekly diary podcast hosted by yours truly, Ray Taylor. Each episode, I'll be sharing updates on my journey as an artist, podcaster, business owner, and human. And as I do in every episode of Rayz Dayz, I like to talk about the thing I'm thankful for. Just one thing. So easy to talk crap about the things and be critical of the things that you're unhappy with. So I want to make sure I highlight one thing, at least one thing every episode, every week that I'm happy for, I'm thankful for. And in this week, and I hope I don't repeat these. I'm sure I will at certain points. And I might be doing it with this one. But, I got to say, and this week, I'm thankful for my dog, Izzy. She's getting old. She's an old lady. She has arthritis. She's a pug mix. Pug beagle or pug chihuahua, I don't know. She barks a lot. She can be very annoying. But she's been with me since I had my full-time job, had a condo, 401k. She knew me before everything, right? She knew me before when I was living a very unhappy life, working at a job I hated, being surrounded by a bunch of people, quite frankly, that I didn't feel like I was accepted, didn't feel like I was welcome anymore in San Diego. To be quite brutally honest, one of the many reasons I wanted to get out of that place, which is sad. I was very low place. And to have that life and then to come home where my dog was like caged up, freaking out, right? Not cage trained as I was told she was. Just completely freaking out every day, every time I would leave. And she was in many ways the catalyst, one of the many catalysts for me changing my life, to cash out everything I had and to at least try and make a life out of the things I'm passionate about, to make a life out of podcasting, to make a life out of my art, and not really have the foundation that I have right now, the structure of everything that I'm doing right now. And she went from San Diego with me to Denver, and she was there as everything completely crashed and evaporated in front of my face. And she was there when I had to move into my friend's garage, when I ran out of all of my money and thought I was never going to paint again, thought I was never going to podcast again, thought I was just going to get a job and live a life, and living back in the desert where I grew up that I never had any desire to ever come back to. But she's always been there, and she's been a champ, and she's been great. And she's been, my friend. She's man's best friend. She's my best friend. She can be annoying, sure. Absolutely. Barks way too much. Now her hearing's going bad, so she doesn't bark at ridiculous stuff as much, right? Never been able to get along with other animals. That's why I got her in the first place, because where she wasn't getting along with the other animals, so I took her in. And it's been 8 years. She's old. I don't know how old she is. She's probably like 11, 12. She's got arthritis. She sleeps a lot. She's, using the carpet as a toilet way too often. But surprisingly, also low maintenance. She's been healthy. In Denver was amazing. We would go on these, mostly because I was really depressed and had a lot of anxiety. We would take long walks every morning. We would go on a 3 to 5 mile walk every day. I loved walking around Denver, no matter what time of year it was. Could have been snowing. She had a little coat, right? Put this coat on her in her harness thing. And I'd have my light freaking North Face. It never really got that cold in Denver. And we would go on these long walks, all kinds of parks everywhere. She had so much fun, right? And she's just been a trooper this whole time. And it's great, She's had her pig. talked about that movie Slumberland where this stuffed pig comes to life. So it's like my dog's favorite toy, pig. She used to go grab it when I mentioned pig, back when she could hear, right? So go get pig. She'd go run and find it and pick it up, and it's like the stuffed animal the size of her, right? She makes the same snorting sounds as a pig. Hilarious. My favorite thing. You know, she kept me company while I working from home, being alone by myself in a room constantly, day after day. During the pandemic, during non-pandemic times, always keeping me company, you know? And I'm scared to death of how I'm going to handle it or not handle it when she goes, right? Because she's not going to live forever, you know? And it's like, when do I know? When is the time? Right? Obviously, I don't want her to suffer. But it's like, growing up, the dogs I had growing up, like, I was too young. I didn't handle that stuff. I don't do well with loss. So I'm scared. But I'm hoping that, hopefully I'm able to start making good money to where I will find that success in enough time to help her have a better last few years of her life or whatever, right? I don't want her suffering. But yeah, she's been amazing, and she's my favorite. And, I don't have any desire to let her go. That's she's the best. She's the best. I really do. I love her so much. And, she's what I'm thankful for this week, and I'm thankful for her every week, but I wanted to highlight and talk about my dog, Izzy, whose name was Isabel when I got her, so I shortened it, made it sound cooler. My roommate at the time had just lost his dog. He had a bulldog, English bulldog, and he had used to have a spiked collar that he would have his dog wear when he was younger. I obviously grew out of it, and he gave that to me when I got my dog. And so that was what she wore. She wore this spike collar, named her Izzy. It was great. She was a bad bitch. She was a bully. She doesn't care how big a dog is. She would pick a fight. Doesn't matter. And eventually I changed that collar out to something that's a little bit lower maintenance, less style, more comfort. But yeah, she's been a badass for 8 fucking years, man. At least 8 years. Right? Yeah, probably about 8 years. Maybe 9. So, it's crazy. But that's what I'm thankful for. And I hope everybody out there, let me know what you're thankful for. Hit me up on social media. Put it in the credits, in the comments, whatever you want to do. Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Because it's important to be, take a moment out of your day and of your week and think of something that you're thankful for and to just appreciate, because it's so easy in this world that seemingly is crumbling apart in slow motion. It's important to focus on a positive thing now and then. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week for another episode of Rayz Dayz!
New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at InspiredDisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at InspiredDisorder.com. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.